Tonight, police are looking for two men who robbed a grocery delivery driver. It is the latest in the growing crime trend happening across the city. This time, the driver was targeted in the Shaw neighborhood along Russell. News 4's Alexis Odos is talking to neighborhood watch groups growing frustrated that more isn't being done.
Courtney, right now I could click a few buttons and have groceries delivered to me, and that is exactly what one woman did last night. But tonight, she's feeling guilty because the woman delivering those groceries became the latest victim of armed robbers in our city.
We needed to call the police. She's getting robbed.
That was Julia Gilbert's immediate reaction when she saw her Instacart driver outside her Shaw home.
As I was looking out the window, noticing that my driver was there with my groceries, there were two men on either side of her car, both wearing hoodies. I couldn't really tell what was going on. Initially, I thought they were with her, but then I saw her with kind of her hands up, so I assumed it was kind of like a hold-up situation.
Confronted with a gun, the victim handed over her keys and a bag of groceries. The thieves drove away in a black car. Quick thinking. Gilbert says the victim removed her battery so they couldn't return for her car.
Crime in general in Shaw has doubled what we had already, and it's violent crime, not just larcenies.
But it's not just Shaw. Robberies, shootings, and homicides are all up citywide compared to last year. Crime watch groups like the Shaw Neighborhood Ownership Model are doing their part, helping track down surveillance video and handing it over to police. But Dan Powell says they're getting frustrated.
We're not seeing a lot of these cases being charged or the warrants being accepted.
Police quickly caught and prosecutors quickly charged an accused carjacker this week. Brandon Shell is charged with taking a car at gunpoint in Tower Grove South on Saturday evening. But News 4 learned he just got out of jail this spring after serving just 3 years for 5 armed robberies, all in the same neighborhood.
We don't want to just lock people up for no reason, but if they're committing crimes that are violent crimes, well, we have to kind of approach that as for what it is. This isn't somebody just breaking in a car.
Shell remains locked up with no bond, but we checked, and with more than 1,000 robberies this year in the city, many remain unsolved. A frustrating reality for residents like Gilbert, who generally feel very safe in their neighborhood.
Kids and families walking around, so you just don't think stuff like this is going to happen until apparently it does.
One solution people say is a push to send more of these cases to the federal courthouse. We have seen in the last 100 days, federal prosecutors have charged 58 people with violent gun, drug, and carjacking charges. Cases that head through federal court often move at a faster pace and come with longer punishments. Reporting live in downtown, Alexis Odos, News 4.
All right, Alexis, thank you. Police say robbers are looking for distracted targets. So here's some information on how you can prevent yourself from being a victim. People on their phones getting out of their cars can be targets, but police say this victim did the right thing. Give up your property. Nothing is worth your life. Anyone with surveillance footage or information is urged to call police.